That's a little odd. A couple of weeks ago, I was sitting in a green room, and one of the kids who was on the show, might have been like 25 years old, somewhere, and he is sitting in there bragging about his conquests with the cougars. 35, 45-year-old ladies that like the young stuff, you know. I wasn't paying attention, because I don't care about the cougars. They're too young for me. But then this kid looked right at me and asked me, "Don't you like older women?" Older women? What do you think I'm doing? Hanging around in front of the nursing home? Trying to bag an escapee or something? How would that work, exactly? Hey, sweet cakes, turn the walker this way. I got your B12 right here in my hand. And the young comics are kind of, they all do the same thing. They're all talking about smoking the pot all the time. Smoking the pot. I don't smoke pot. I don't. It gives me bronchitis. But I make some ass-kicking brownies, I can tell you. No glaucoma here, people. And brownies are wonderful. You know, as a delivery vehicle, you can't beat brownies. You can eat brownies anywhere. In class, church, right through a parking traffic stop, you know. A cop said, eat a brownie, doesn't make any difference. But there are dangers to the brownies. Like everything else in life, there's always a downside. Because what happens when you get stoned? Nobody? Come on, the kids aren't. What happens when you get stoned? You get the munchies. And what have you got to munch on? I believe that's how I misplaced 1979. It is. I do this tour. It's the American Geezer Comedy Tour. Where are my geezers tonight? By applause. There are like 8 of us, right? I saw you people coming in. It's okay. Live your illusions. It's all right. And maybe it's the term geezer. That's kind of harsh. It is a little bit of a harsh term. We tend to think, I say geezers, and the first thing you think of is that 90-year-old guy walking laps at the mall in the shorts with compression socks, Velcro sneakers, you know what I mean? That's not what I mean. I first realized that I was a geezer when I found myself watering houseplants that I had no plans to smoke. And there are other signs in your life that you're getting into geezerdom. Sometimes it's a sensory memory. Very powerful things. I remember when I was a young man, my sweetheart would pop out of the bedroom wearing nothing but one of my dress shirts, unbuttoned all the way down to here, with the naked legs hanging down and everything. Oh, I try and remember that a couple of times a day. I would take one look at her and think, she needs some loving. Because that's how fast my mind worked when I was a young man. But now I've changed. I'm not as quick on the uptake. A little more confused. My sweetheart pops out of the bedroom wearing nothing but one of my dress shirts unbuttoned all the way down to here with the naked legs and everything. And I'm not sure if she needs loving or ironing. Kind of go either way, you know? guys got to realize it's all part of God's plan for us to have a happy sex life after the age of 50. There's definitely a plan in place. And I'll tell you what the plan is so you don't screw it up. Okay? About the time that your sweetheart begins to resemble a scoop of cottage cheese between the sheets, your eyes go bad. That's the plan. And in order to not screw it up, you just got to remember this one little phrase. Just say no to LASIK. There are times coming when you're going to want to leave those 2020s on the nightstand. And you're just loving a beautiful memory. After shows, I'm a single guy. I like to go out after a show sometimes and find a little female companionship. Okay, and as I mentioned, I really like women in my own age bracket. So I go out looking for a geezer chick. And when you find a place that's got geezer chicks, there's only two kinds in there. There's roadkill. It works both ways. I just don't care. And there are women who are sexy and vivacious, living wild, happy, free-range geezer chicks. That's what I'm after. And free-range geezer chicks are very, very hard to hook up with. They are. They have developed a female condition that makes it almost impossible. They have developed standards. They expect a man my age to have retirement, a boat, be a member of a country club. I got none of that. All I had to offer was an adult play date. It wasn't working as well as you would expect. So I got a brand new weapon in my hunt for a free ranger. I had a colonoscopy. Oh, that's important. Other guys out there, they lie, deceive. It's awful. I have a note from a medical doctor that states after an exhaustive search, he found no sign of my head anywhere up in here. That should be worth something. And the other reason that it's hard to hook up with the free rangers is that they watch television. And they believe what they see. And what do they see? Ads for pecker pills. Every other thing on television is an ad for pecker pills. To watch TV, you wouldn't think any man over 30 could get it done at all. And I am here to tell you that that is not true. Most men in my age bracket do not have erectile dysfunction. We don't. We've got a problem. It's not ED. It's EI. Erectile irrelevance. Works fine. Nobody cares. Women are applauding that one. Come on, Pfizer, let's see a pill for that. I want to get rich in a hurry. That would do it. And these ads that the ladies believe. First of all, ladies, what kind of truthfulness is in these ads? How many people do you know with 2 bathtubs in their backyard? I lived in Dixon County, Tennessee, and I didn't know anybody with 2. The other thing is that they are suggesting that you ladies should be buying these pills for your sweethearts. Right? That's kind. But think it all the way through. Among the other listed side effects are anal seepage and flatulence. The ladies are being chased around the house by a horny old jet-propelled guy with anal seepage. Meets your romantic requirements, call me. That is a standard I can exceed. Besides anal seepage and flatulence, ladies, you could accidentally spray paint your bedroom and something you ain't matching at the Home Depot. I've always been an massive guy myself. Like the boobies. You gotta like the titties, right? Got it. Perfect chew toys bounce right back into shape. They're spectacular. And there's variety. If you're a boob guy, there's a lot of variety. From the exquisitely detailed Asian miniatures, right up to the ever popular D cup. But you younger guys in the audience have to realize this. When you get to be my age, there's a whole new category coming. The 38 long. And here's the deal, guys. If you're lucky enough that your sweetheart likes being on top, you can nibble a little tit without even having to sit up. It's like lazy man lobster. This happened not too long ago. My second wife, better known as X2, lost her mind, and she took me hostage. I was in a hostage situation, and she forced me, against my will, to go to Yankee Candle. Have you been there? I'm not talking about that cute little thing at the mall. I mean the mothership. The factory store. It's the size of Manhattan. All the way through this place, she did exactly what all of the other hostage takers were doing. Stuck this foul, sweet-smelling thing in my face. I thought my head was going to explode. But here's the danger, guys. Those smells get inside of you. And they poison your man stuff. By the time I got back to the car, my male universe was completely screwed up. So I fastened my seatbelt and let go a giant fart. I'm thinking that should balance things out. But I was wrong. It smelled like Christmas trees. With a hint of vanilla and a touch of bayberry. Guys, I'm Bob Montgomery, and that's my time to get back to Hollywood.